Congrats. You booked the call. I'm proud of you. But we're just getting started. This is just the first step. Listen, if you're in your 30s, 40s, or 50s, okay, and everything health related, it just keeps falling through the cracks. You're spinning your wheels. You're banging your head against the wall. You've tried it all, but nothing has worked. This is going to be the most important video you watch maybe ever. What you're about to learn has helped me transform over 300 plus men's lives, taking their health from liability to asset, helping them take back charge of their health, not just for them, but for their loved ones. And the craziest thing, it only takes an hour a day. So there you are. I mean, that's the reality. There you are. I can't think of two better pictures that really point out your reality. It's a harsh reality. You know, you got the work, you got the family, you got all these things tugging you in all these different directions, and you're trying to get healthy. You're trying to get the train on the tracks, but it ain't happening. It's not going to happen if you continue down that same path. And then you talk about, you know, everything you've tried over the course of your life, you know, balancing all these things. You're trying to get healthy, and yet none of that stuff has worked. And there you are, back at square one. And listen, the struggle is real. It is real. I mean, there's just not enough time in the day, right? The inconsistencies when it comes to the fitness and the health piece, the nutrition. So think of it as a bullseye. Your bullseye on the dartboard is a goal. Okay, and you're trying to throw bullseyes. Maybe you got the right darts. You're not throwing them right. Maybe you just don't have the right damn darts at all. Okay, so then you talk about your energy levels. They're non-existent. So how are you supposed to balance all this stuff and get healthy? Then you talk about your stress levels, way too high. Like there's an abundance of stress. It's a massive problem, not just for you, but for your loved ones, right? Then you talk about the self-accountability. Well, how do you have that when you don't have anything or anyone in place to hold you accountable? You need a system. So every day you get up and you dream, you think, you talk to yourself, you look at yourself in the mirror, you're riding into work and you're saying, man, I want all these things. More energy? Of course. You want a system that works for you, takes out the guesswork. You want to transform, but you want to sustain the transformation. Nobody ever talks about that, but that's what you want. And then let's be honest here. Everybody wants to look good naked, including myself. The accountability piece. So once you can hold yourself accountable, here's what this does. Less stress, which is the big thing here. So take a look at the guesswork and the stress. They go hand in hand. The more guess, the more stress. And this is your life. All the decisions that you really don't need to be making when it comes to your health, you're making. And it's causing problems. So the more guessing, there's more stressing. And here's you looking at a wall, just chucking shit, just chucking it, hoping that it's going to stick. And here's what's crazy. Sometimes it sticks. But what happens as a week goes on or a month goes on, all of a sudden there's no shit on it. It's all in your feet and you're walking all over it. And that's a problem, guys. You know, you've tried the 90-day quick fix bullshit programs that everybody keeps pushing your way. Well, what happens on day 91? Let's talk about 75 Hard. Fantastic program, but what happens on day 76? And I hear it all the time. There's no sustainability. Gym memberships, fancy home gyms, right? Personal trainers, all this, and it's just going down the toilet. You can hear in the back. And you just keep spending and spending. And then the diets, I mean, the last time I checked, I think there's 17 different versions of keto. And you tried them all. You're waiting for the 18th to come out because you think it's going to work. It's not. Prescription meds. That's the new thing nowadays. Ozempics, all this bullshit, this quick fix stuff that actually brings more problems than anything. And then you got the influencers who are out there. You're thinking they have good intentions, and they're telling you all these lies. Go eat the fast food restaurant. And then you go there, and what happens? Nothing. Your health doesn't change at all. But with all that being said, there's a solution for you. And I'm excited to share it with you. It's the 117 method. But understand first where you're at. You're simply operating off of emotions. Like your health is conditional. It's when you want to do it. And there's your problem right now. Nothing's going to happen when you're operating off of emotion when it comes to your health. So to bridge the gap, to get you to the habit side, to get you to the systems and routines to where it's like tying your shoe or brushing your teeth, the 117 method. I mean, let's break it down real quick. The 117 method, okay, it actually asks you to do less with your time, not more. Okay, there's the guesswork, the decision's gone. It's proven, it's simple, it's a method, it's a system that you can literally drop into your world. It's going to work, right? Think about it from this standpoint, 4% of your day. Okay, that's the workouts. 1 hour a day of the workouts, 1 hour a week for the meals. You do this, you ain't got shit to worry about for 7 days. So listen, guys, there's a lot of overcomplicating things nowadays, and this is the solution. This is the answer, the 117 method. I think the most beautiful thing about it is you can drop this method into anybody's life. I mean, regardless of the schedule, regardless of the stressors, it works. You know, you take my guy Mike over here, for instance. I mean, what you see here in the first 3 months, dropped 24 pounds. You got to understand, he came to me at 46, 2 stents, alcoholic, addicted to pain meds, and here's the craziest thing. Triglycerides were over 2,500. Within the first 6 months of the program, those triglycerides went from 2,500 plus down to 152. So listen, not only does he look better, feels better, but this new version of Mike he's now giving to his loved ones. I mean, we're talking about a husband, a business owner, a father. It's a beautiful thing. You know, you take my guy Stav over here, the first 22 weeks into the program. No, this is not a misprint. Down 55 pounds. And it's not like I'm starving. It's the method. You take G over here, 32 weeks, down 60. These guys are in their 40s and 50s. And then you take Tom, came to me and said, listen, I got to lose a little bit of fat. I want to put on a little bit of muscle. 16 weeks in, 24 pounds. Looks fantastic. You know, you look at the picture over here, and this is the most beautiful thing. Every week, the community call. Everybody who I coach, we get on one call, and we're unified, we're anchored by our health. So listen, if everybody on this program can do it, there's no reason as to why you can't. So just know I can hear what you're saying yourself. I can hear you. I can hear you talking to you in here. And you're saying to yourself, the 117 method sounds amazing. It's fantastic. But I'm going to do this on my own. Okay. I got one question for you, though. I want you to take a step back, reflect on all this time that's passed, and ask yourself, have I provided myself any evidence to support that I can actually do this on my own? Exactly. And see that tug of war picture, what you don't see, what's on the other end of the rope? Guess who's there? You. Right? And year after year, you line up and you just battle and you get nowhere. Your family sees it, you see it, and it's this perpetual cycle of getting nowhere. And see, listen, there are consequences for that. We talked about it earlier. Prescription drugs. Your body no longer works for you, right? You can't play with your kids, for you fathers out there, right? More money. Think about this. More money, right? More time wasted, more money wasted on all these things, all these avenues that you've tried. And then I hate to say this, but you know, for you in relationships, guys, think about the other person's perspective. There's going to be resentment at some point for wanting to do this on your own because of the ego. And is it worth it? And then I got to do it in early death. And nobody wants that. So listen, you can continue down that path, or you can go down the other path, the right path, the 117 method path. So check this out. Tired of starting over. Tired of spinning your wheels. Tired of all the damn guesswork. I get it. You want a game plan. It's finally going to work for you. It's finally going to stick. I got you. But I'm going to ask you to do one simple thing for me. I sent you an email. In the email, there's a link. When you click on the link, that's going to take you to our call. That's where all the magic happens. We're going to break down your schedule. We're going to break down your stressors. And we're going to pop the 117 method into your world so that you can start crushing. In the meantime, I'm going to send you another email. In that email, bunch of client wins, testimonials as to how massive of a game changer the 117 method has been for them. Looking forward to our call.